Hello everyone, it is John, and today the producer's off sulking, so there you go. I'll be uninterrupted. Look, I've been cleaning my shelves, and I bought these, I guess either combat games or role-playing systems back in the 80s. Now, who has played, what's this one? Mekton. Yes, it's touted itself as a okay. So you design a gigantic robot warrior just like the ones in your favourite cartoons. Now this was 1985, so at that stage, Robotech was very popular. And certainly the anime series, Gundam, and I think those ones. But this system came out, and at the time I tended to buy anything and everything that was wandering into the game shop because, well, they were, I guess, an expensive purchase at the time. But then I was working and was well paid, so I could afford to get these. But I've not played Mekton, so I'd be curious to know if anybody who's watching this has played it and what your thoughts are, because it's a fairly well laid out book. Lots of flowcharts in the centre there, and then we have. So it's who produced this? This was by Telsorian Games. So that was what I had gone out and bought. So they gave you a little sheet of counters. And look, they even had a scale ruler, which was interesting. So obviously to be played with 15mm scale models by the looks. 15mm? Oh, okay, no, one's 15mm, the other's 25mm. So, as I said, I can't remember. But part of that, I also must have gone and continued to buy other bits and pieces. So there was Road Striker, which... converting mecha cars, armor bikes, personal armors, and advanced police and high-tech combat vehicles. So there was Tank Police, I think, was one anime series that I watched. Can't remember now, it's been ages. But again, it was nobody wants to look at my face, do they? Or look, blank pages. But it's, again, for its time, I thought it was quite decent. So I honestly cannot recall if I've played it. I have a feeling I did not. So exactly nothing new with me. And then we had this, the Advanced Combat System, and it was essentially a I guess a Game Master screen. So I'll hide myself from you. So that was the this, and it gave you obviously all the what do they call it? A tactical screen. So yes, and of course you got a little book inside for advanced combat systems. So I have no memory at all of having played this. I just thought, look, I'll share this and see, look, how many people have played it. I've obviously, I think Telsorian Games were quite prolific with their product, and it was usually fairly well received from memory. And the other one that I found that fell into because I think I've done a video on Robotech, but this was the other one, which was brought out by the Iron Crown Enterprises, and this was called Robot Warriors, and that was by Steve Perrin and George MacDonald. So Again, it was a fairly, all black and white for the time. This was the 80s. Actually, good question. When was this one done? 1986. So I guess it was hard on the heels of Mekton and some of the others. So again, there's the role-playing system in here, as well as obviously the mecha combat. So yeah, look, it's part of my library. I like to collect all sorts of games. Role-playing game, miniature rules. Honestly, if I go through my miniature rules for historical, it'd probably be here for probably a couple of hours going through all of the ones there. I am a dreadful, well, not a dreadful person, but I love collecting rule books and supplements and things like that, because as a designer and a writer, I always like to pinch other people's ideas and convert it and change it into something that I'd like to do. So yeah, it's just one of those things. So anyway, let me know, have you played either of these? So have you played Mekton or Robot Warriors? Tell me what your thoughts are. So look, till next time, signing off, the Honourable John.